Since 2020, everything has changed. And I believe regardless of COVID, we were on our way there anyways. But I think COVID really messed people up. And it messed us all up for a little bit of time, but for those of us that have pulled through, we are us again. It messed me up at the time because it took me out of the gym for like 3 or 4 months. Lost a bit of muscle, lost a bit of momentum. Times get pretty tough. So you don't feel your best, but you got to fight to be your best. That's the thing. A lot of people today, bro, they don't fight. They can't put up a fight. And that's what it takes to live your best life. You're not given your best life. You have to fight for that shit. You have to force yourself to do things you don't even want to do. That's what a lot of people today don't realize. And it just seems as if today, majority of people walking around, running around, wherever you see people, most have just lost all morals, integrity. People don't care how they treat other people nowadays. The disrespect. Just flat out stupid behavior. That is what you see happening in the world today. And people be hating, bro. Like, I've dealt with this my whole life. If you're a stable person, you're healthy, you're happy, you're vibrant, you got good energy, you got it going. People hate people like that, bro. Because maybe they're not doing so good. Maybe they're not doing so hot. So if you are, they hate you. But what does it take to get there? It takes work. It takes effort. It takes everything you got. That's what it takes. The most amount of hate I've ever dealt with, bro, is probably in my early 20s. And it was a lot. A lot. And I don't miss that, but there's still hate today. You just don't see it too much. You don't see it too much. I don't see it too much because I don't pay attention to it, but at the time, you're still involved with a lot of people in your early 20s. At least some of us were, and you hear about things. Things might still be going on. Things still might be said, but you don't really hear about it. And no one's going to say nothing to your face. Bro, I've never got hated on in my life to my face. Nobody, bruh. And if another man is going to come and hate on you to your face, there's going to be a fight. That's why people don't hate. Maybe if I had no strength and I was some skinny, scrawny nerd, maybe somebody would come and say something or do something, but that's not the case. So, and I've seen people who have hated on me behind closed doors. I've seen them in person at a gas station, at a grocery store before. What do? They freeze like glass. Frozen. Stiff as a board. Just as soon as they see you, they stiffen up. And it's because reality hits. Reality is a hell of a drug. Reality is reality. It is a hell of a thing, which most people don't even freaking like today. And that's sad. That is sad that most people don't even like reality. And sure, there are some things about the world that's not pleasant. Gender wars, certain things going on. That's a part of reality that maybe people don't like. But you have to learn to like the reality that you create as a human being. That's our job to do. So No matter how miserable everybody else was, because I seen people taking bad paths in life, bro. I seen people take bad paths, and it's not pleasant to see people you once really cared about to take those paths. It's not pleasant, and it's tough. You want to save them. You want to get them out of there. I even tried telling some of my friends before, like, man, why are you doing this? Like, let's do this. And, you know, whatever that situation is. And they don't want to hear it. They don't want to listen. They don't want to hear about it. They just want to keep making piss poor decisions. And piss poor decision making is going to lead to a very sad, effed up life. So we're not going to do that. We are going to make the best decisions. We're going to make hard decisions. We are going to stay strong in our decision making and pull through at the end of the day. Even women of today, bro, a lot of them have given up. Like, they don't care how they are anymore. They don't care to be presentable to a man. They feel they can act however they want, and they do this, bro, because maybe they're not pretty enough. Maybe they're too old. Maybe they've given up. So they don't care no more. They're just going to act however they want, do whatever they want. This is a sign they have given up. They don't care to come into the life of a man and to be pretty and to act right and to do all these things. They just simply don't care. That is a woman who is thrown in the towel. And what else do? They hoe around. They'll sleep with whoever. Their body count, their notch count, it's just going up. And it's going up and it's going up and it's going up. And they don't care. And that's their decision, but you're going to die a loser. Because that's what makes you a loser. What makes you a winner as a female is to get your act together. Get yourself together. Make the right decisions. The hardest decisions. Pull through. And to be the human you're supposed to be, it's the exact same thing for a man. And a lot of people today are not doing these things. And since 2020, that year has broken a lot of people, and they could not get themselves out. It fucked up a lot of people, bro. And a lot has not been the same since 2020. And we've experienced much harder times in 2020, but yet it just feels like that has damaged this weak society more than ever. Bro, imagine living in the times of Hitler. Imagine living in those times. Imagine living in times where we didn't have these nice homes and comfort. And people just are still just up. We have homes, we have comfort, we have roofs over our head, we have food, we have everything, bro. People still messed up. People still messed up out here. It's wholeflation. People still hoeing around. People still doing shit they shouldn't be doing. No commitment, no sacrifice, no work, no strong decision making. Weak decision making. Piss poor decision making. I'm at where I'm at today because I've made strong decisions. If you start to make weaker decisions because you think it's right at the time, say goodbye. Say goodbye to that life you could have lived. I hope you're happy about your decisions. I hope you are. But watch what happens. Because that time is coming. But you make strong decisions. You make the right decisions. Which is what we should make. Which is what I've made over the years. For the last decade. Watch the results. Watch every aspect of your life bloom, blossom, prosperity, abundance. Your manifestations come through because of your decision making. I had to make hard decisions, bro. I had to lose a whole bunch of friends that a lot of people just stick to like glue because they don't want to be friendless. Saying no to people, saying no to females over the years, not accepting bullshit, not giving up, doing life on my own the way I should have done it. Nobody else is going to help me that's around. I had to do it myself. I had to help myself. Nobody is on that wavelength where I come from. No one is doing what I set out to do. How can anybody help? They can't. And you shouldn't expect anybody to. I had to watch friends fall off while I rose. I had to experience a whole bunch of hate, a whole bunch of misunderstandings. And I had to experience betrayal. I had to experience getting stolen from. I had to experience a whole bunch of crazy shit. Things getting bad with family at certain points, toxicity, drama, being controlled at certain points, and breaking free. Because it is in my birthright to break free. It is in my birthright to be that wolf on the top of the mountain howling, being the best that I can be, so I can do what I can do for my whole fucking family and everybody else involved. Because if I can't be at my best, you might as well throw me to the gutters. That's the thing. And what does that take, guys? A lot of hard decisions, strong decisions, decisive decisions. Knowing exactly what you're going to do and going out there and doing it. Regardless of how you feel. Regardless of the days you don't want to show up, you show up. You still do it. You don't even feel at your best. You don't feel great. You still do it. You still push yourself. You go through those times. Welcome to the life of being a fucking man. But a lot of people today don't want to do that. A lot of women today don't want to be women. A lot of people think they can act however they want, do whatever they want, no repercussions. There is repercussions. There always is. To everybody's actions, and you're going to reap the rewards of what you sow. You will only get what you give out. Remember that. You're only ever going to get what you give out. So if you're giving out a whole lot, you're going to get a whole lot back in return. And if you expect to just get a whole lot, and you just expect a whole lot, you are entitled. You will fall short. You will fail because you bring nothing. You're doing nothing at all. That's most people in 2020. Most of your friends, bro, they want you to provide the weed. They want you to have weed when they show up, when they hop in your car. They want you to buy the alcohol. They want you to buy them something through the drive-thru. That's most people. I say this because I've lived that a long time ago. Have I done this recently? Hell no. I don't have friends like that. The friends I have their own things because they have committed themselves to life. We talk power talks. We talk power moves. We trust one another. We're on the same page. We got life momentum. We're going in the right direction. Why? Because we fucking fought. Why nobody else would. And as I said, I have seen 2020 break people in half. Never the same again. The only thing it's done to me is setback. Setback's going to happen. Sometimes you might get injured. That's going to set you back. Are you just going to give up? Athletes, bro, they tear ACLs and everything else. You don't see them completely give up on their career. They have to heal from that ACL tear, that ACL injury. But what do? They get right to work. They rehab it. They come back stronger. That's what has to take place. We have to showcase strength, folks. We can't expect things to just voila. It doesn't exist. It does not happen. And life is going to come down to an accumulation of our strength and what we choose to do as individual human beings, man or woman. That's what it comes down to. We all have decisions to make. What are we going to do? How are we going to navigate? That is on us. It's not on our parents. It's not on our spouses. It's not on our children. It's not on anything besides ourselves. Who we're going to become comes down to us and our decision making over the span of our lifetime. And what we can accomplish, what we can accumulate, the men and women we become. That's what it comes down to. And you know what? Rome was not built in a day. Beautiful things don't get built in a day. It's an accumulation of strength over time is what builds us. Imagine this. You're one day on, one day off. One day on, one day off from making strong decisions, and then you get weak. And then strong decisions, and then you get weak because you cannot maintain strong decisions on a daily basis. Because you chose to be weak. You chose to make an excuse. You chose that. You were not going to pass away if you made the strong decisions on consecutive days. You weren't going to pass away. You chose that. You let whatever the fuck it is make that decision for you, and you accepted that. Imagine what your life would be like over the span of 10 years. If one day you made strong decisions, one day you didn't. One day you did, one day you didn't. That's 50% of the time. So you're going to get half the results you would have got. Possibly even less, because that's just how it goes. When you get the best results in life, you make strong decisions consecutively, consistently. You do not give up. You stay in the face of adversity and you fucking push through. You do not stop. If you're tired, if you're exhausted, you take a fucking nap. Get up, keep going. Anybody can have a break. But there's a difference between that and just continuously making weak decisions on a daily basis. There's a huge fucking difference. So guys, in this world, in this economy, we cannot afford to be making these weak ass decisions. We know what's best in our minds. We have to make those decisions regardless of the current outcome. It might do something bad to your life. It might take something away from you that you don't want it getting taken away from. You have to make the decisions that you know is what is the best and it's the strongest. No matter how hard it is, bro. That is what you have to make. So, life is an accumulation of our decisions. What are we going to do? Are we going to do what's right? Or are we not going to do what's right? And we're going to make weak decisions and get weak results. Results we don't want. You just don't know what's coming for you. You just don't know the results that's coming, bro. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. Life is unpredictable. And, you could get not the results you really want. You could get the most amazing results ever. And what's going to dictate that the most is you doing your best. You doing your best work. You staying the most focused. But even if you're doing your best and you have like this huge goal, you still might not reach it. And it might take longer and you might reach it then. or whatever. You could reach it sooner. You don't know. Life is unpredictable. All we can control is what we can do and our actions on a daily basis. That is it. Everything else is going to be what it's going to be. So, with that being said, that is it for this one. Do not give up, guys. Don't give up. Stop being weak. Stop making weak decisions. Choose strength. Even if you don't feel strong, still choose strength. Get out of your own way. Get out of your stubbornness and just choose the strong thing. It's not going to feel nice all the time. It's not going to feel comfortable. It might irritate you to make those stronger, harder decisions that's going to just make life harder, and it seems like life is harder. Fucking do that. You don't know what it's going to do for you later on. And you don't know how bad things will be if you don't do that. So with that being said, God willing, God bless. We will see y'all at the top.